Hello guys, this is Mike from Deathless Gaming, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Planetside 2's performance on Windows 10.
Someday I'll let you apologize, and I'll accept your apology. I tell you just exactly what I see. I live my life like a guilty. Hey, I made out.
Alright, so, what is Windows 10? What's the promise about Windows 10 performance? Why am I giving this review? So, Windows 10, the trial/beta version kind of came out in like April, March. And when that happened, Microsoft made this big announcement. DirectX 12 is getting a huge upgrade. And on top of that, even without that, you're going to get about a 50% more gaming performance boost by, like, threading your CPU, stuff like that. Basically closing programs that won't be needed. A lot of Windows background programs run that aren't needed when you're gaming. So when Microsoft operating system will detect a game running, it'll essentially close down programs that aren't essential to keep that little extra oomph. But at the same time, it'll also give a huge CPU boost. So when did Windows 10 come out officially? Well, Windows 10 came out officially July 29th. So it's really new. People don't know whether or not, should I upgrade, shouldn't I? And tonight, that's what this review is going to be about. And I'm going to tell you whether or not it's worth it. What my thoughts of it are, what I'm feeling right now that I've upgraded and I'm playing Planetside 2 successfully. So I first had a few glitches. I downloaded Steam, installed that. I also did a couple of things, but when I came up, if you look at my Planetside 2 Windows 10 in-depth commentary, which was a little bit of a joke video, you can see one of my obvious first glitches, which was, I think it was either a driver problem, or I had a settings in my graphics card. Either way, it messed it up totally on Windows 10. I got an update and then I reverted some of my graphics card settings, and that seemed to fix it. So that helped a lot, and now I got my game working perfectly. So now that I got my game working, what am I getting? I have 8 gigabytes of RAM and a Intel 7 processor. But I have a crappy graphics card. It's like 680 or 6080, something incredibly crappy like that. So even though I don't have potato hardware, I have potato hardware for gaming. So it's a hard life for me in high-taxing games like Planetside 2. And what am I feeling? Well, it pretty much fixes all your problems with your CPU and your RAM. I've pretty much been getting a 20 to 30 FPS boost. So I would go on full screen, max low potato settings, everything, shadows disabled. I disable everything I could, and I'd get about 20 FPS. Maybe sometimes 28 FPS if I was lucky and it wasn't a high-taxing battle. Now I put in full screen. I just have it on very low settings, not customized official Planetside 2 potato settings, and I am getting about like 40 FPS, sometimes 50, and in high-taxing battles about 30 FPS. So that's a huge performance improvement from what I've been getting before, and I think it's really been working well with my hardware, which really amazes me, actually. But, however, there are some side effects. So I'm going to go through that. Be advised, it takes a really long time to load. I don't know why, it's just the way the game is. Maybe it's because I got my game on a hard drive, maybe it's having trouble loading the files, or perhaps it's because of how I got my game arranged or Windows 10's reading the files. It just takes a really long time to load, and it's really annoying. Also, small glitches, like, the terminal glitch where you go up to change your weapon at the terminal, and you get a little bit of an FPS's drop. Well, when I do that, I go from about, 40 FPS to, 1 FPS. And that's a huge, it gets like magnified a lot. So I'm noticing a lot of the old glitches that I've noticed before are magnified on Windows 10. And stuff like that, just like little performance issues here and there. But what's my overall recommendation? If you have potato hardware, or if you have somewhat potato hardware, basically you don't have a good graphics cards, upgrade. It's gonna boost your game a whole lot. It's gonna make it be amazing. If you have really good hardware, your game's running about 40 FPS, then, you know, stay how it is. I mean, you can wait a month. I think the glitches are gonna get ironed out in a month or two, and then that's probably gonna be a good time for you to upgrade. But if you want to be one of those guys who's got the max hardware and want the max power, then I'd upgrade to Windows 10, but you're probably going to be annoyed at some of the glitches you're getting in the game. I want to say, though, but since I've been getting such high FPS, and I'm usually used to playing at like 20 FPS, I've gotten a huge edge in the game. I feel that the way the hit side detection is working, and the way the game's arranged, once you get like in 40 FPS to 30 FPS, you get a huge advantage over other players, especially at full screen, and I think I'm going to talk about that later in one of my later vids. That's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, ask it in the comments. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I do more Planetside 2 videos. I also do Battlefield 4 and whatnot. This is Mike from Deathless Gaming, signing off.